My name is Tony with the Classically Gaming and Electronic Podcast, and today I'm reviewing Resident Evil Mercenaries Versus from Capcom Mobile. Now, I've been a longtime fan of Resident Evil since the very first one came out on PlayStation 1, and I'm excited for any version on the iOS devices since it's my mobile device of choice. It's nice to be able to take Resident Evil on the go. Now, Resident Evil Mercenaries Versus is a unique online multiplayer shooter. You play as one of three characters from the Resident Evil canon: Jill Valentine, Albert Wesker, or Chris Redfield. And the game is native on iPhone, but I'm playing this review today on the iPad. And this game has single-player modes such as Training and Blue Coin Shoot, and local and online multiplayer modes such as Team and Free-for-All Deathmatch. Now, the premier experience of this game is built around online multiplayer, as the single-player modes are simply a training mode versus bots, and then a game where you play to shoot the blue coins hidden throughout the levels before the time expires. So if you want to make sure you have a way to access the internet from your iOS device before buying this game. Now, graphically, the game looks good. It's not incredibly sharp, but it looks good, and it's kind of along the same lines as the Resident Evil 4 and 5 series, the over-the-shoulder action posed by the characters. The things I really like about this game is it's a really good concept. Being able to play Resident Evil online in deathmatch mode is a fresh win to the series. They keep this game familiar for people who have played the Resident Evil games before, so I really like that you can choose the same weapons, herbal combinations, and menu style is all familiar, so it felt right at home playing it. I also like the matchmaking because it was very fast. I had no issues finding a game, which has been a concern with some other iOS games I've tried online, so I'm glad they got the matchmaking down for this one. I really like the extra challenge as well added to this game with the mixture of live and AI opponents at the same time. So when you play online or in training, you not only have to fight off your human opponents, which is your main objective, but you also have to survive AI zombie opponents and traps. Each level has different zombies that will pursue and attack you and set traps for you, all at the same time you're trying to kill your opponent. So it's a great mixture of survival and deathmatch. You can also heal your opponents throughout the match, which I thought was pretty cool, but there doesn't seem to be much time to do that. Now, the things I feel need some work for this game is mainly controls. Controls for the iOS ports of Resident Evil continue to need some work. They feel a little bit better with this one, and there's more options to change things like look inversion, but they definitely still need worked on. The thing I dislike the most about the controls for this game is you had to stop, select shooting mode, and then fire. And then if you wanted to start moving around again, you had to select walking mode again. Now, any deathmatch shooter that requires you being able to stop and do that kind of works against itself, because a good deathmatch shooter requires being able to move and fly and change weapons on the fly, and I just kind of feel like that was lacking a little bit here. Also, I have some long-term concerns with this one. I mean, people move to other iOS games quickly, and since this is heavily based around online multiplayer, that's a genuine concern to see if there will always be matches available. In conclusion, this is a fun twist on the Resident Evil series. With the online survival deathmatch, it's really a cool twist. It does need some polish, but it's not really that bad. I mean, especially if you're a big fan of the series, you're going to like to play through this one. I have a lot. Now, I would like to see some future updates for this one that increase single-player modes and polish the controls, but we'll see if this happens or not. You can currently pick this one up in the App Store for an introductory price of $2.99, but it looks like that price might increase soon, so if you want it, pick it up today.